Evening viewers, welcome to another edition of Scoreboard here on ACT, and it's always a pleasure to be in your company every Tuesday evening between the hours of 8 to 9. A big shout out to all the loyal supporters and fans of Scoreboard. We appreciate your viewership and we look forward for your continued support. Before I get into tonight, I want to say a big congratulations to Akeem Stewart. Akeem Stewart again breaking his own record for the second time with a throw of 57.61 at the World Para Athletics Championships. Again, Akeem well-deserved, a true champion in his own right, and we hope that he go from strength to strength. Tonight, our first part of Scoreboard, we're going to be talking boxing, and we have on set our Olympian and our super heavyweight, Nigel Paul. Nigel, it's a pleasure. Welcome to ACTN.
Thanks for having me.
We have his trainer, Floyd Trumpet, former professional and boxing champion of Trinidad and Tobago. Floyd, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Let's start, Nigel, from the Rio Olympics. That was your first Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
You went and you weren't successful. But let's start with Brazil. What experience did you gather from being in that first Olympics that you have implemented in your career now that you feel is going to enhance you as a boxer?
Just the atmosphere. Going to the Olympics, it was my first major event, to that level. And, had a lot of butterflies and different feelings we get in that kind of environment. And to me, the experience was a good one. Minus the fact that, I lost the fight and whatnot. I just taken away from that experience. I've been here before. So, all the jitters and the I wonder if kind of out of your system. So, I mean, just had to go there and handle business and that major event.
When you look back, I'm sure you saw the replay at the bout. When you look back now and you analyze the whole bout, if you had to do it all over again, where do you think you would have corrected?
Looking back on the bout, I might not have done much different because, as I said, we had a plan, stick to the plan. I stuck to the plan, but unfortunately my defense was a little off. So if I had to do anything different, I'm probably a little more defense, but I believe that what me and coach talk about, I went out and execute. I was aggressive. I had movements, combination punches. So the only thing I might add to that, a little more defense, so I might have been open up for that shot at the end of the fight.
So basically, your main concern right now is working in defense?
My main concern right now moving forward, even with coach, we sit and we talk, whether it be heading to training, before training, after training, is really becoming more of a student of boxing. Me getting involved in boxing within my first year was basically, we approach it from like a fitness kind of aspect, be fitter, be faster than these guys. And right now, it's all about learning the sport.
Because you're relatively new in boxing still. I mean,
so,
people tend to feel, you've been around
a long time here. Yeah. So, this year, the second year of my amateur career, Trumpet, he have me more learning different scenarios. If in this position, what to do. If in this situation, what to do. So more like learning the art of boxing in this second year of me. The fitness is there. We maintain a level of fitness. We see it in different competitions, and we more into like becoming more of a student.
Okay. Since after the Olympics, you have fought twice at home, and then you went to the Continental Championships where you won the bronze. Let's look at it locally. There's not much training partners or sparring partners here for you. How do you compensate for that? Because I mean, you're going to be training, but there is no real sparring partner except your coach wants to get into the ring and mix it up. Right? But how do you compensate for that? I'm sure sometimes you are eager, you want action.
Coach, he just keep drilling into my head, okay, we do have sparring. I mean, it's like a major part. a heavyweight development to be able to like tangle with other big guys. We don't have that. So, I mean, we just keep beating the fact that had to be fit, had to be fast. Because most of the heavyweight fighters, by this midway through the second round, they out.
Yeah.
So, you know, we seeing that we don't have the sparring that I need in Trinidad, we just maintain that high level of fitness. And probably closer to competition, we try to, you know, see if we could join a camp somewhere and, you know, just kind of polish up the last bit of preparation for whatever major competition I have to go.
Okay. Trumpet, let me switch to you. Since after the Rio Olympics, when you look at Niger as a coach, in what areas you have seen improvement, and in what areas you feel that there is still a bit little work to be done to bring him up to that to peak?
Well, after the Rio Olympics, I didn't look at the film that he fought in until about January. You know, I gave him his time. Although we were training, I didn't speak about Rio. And he only asked me, "Coach, you're vexed?" I said, "No. You know, we're just training, preparing for bigger things to come still." And one of the things I told him, I said, "Now we're going to learn to box." I said, "This first year, we went, qualified, that was our goal. And now everyone on the circuit now know who is Nigel Paul. He's no longer an enigma to no one. He's no surprise no more. So now we're going to learn to box. And the real boxing is defensive boxing, trust me.
Yeah.
Anyone can punch, but few men have that defensive maneuver." And I told him, I said, what we're going to work on now is defense and counter. I said, and from there you will see that your whole level of the game will rise from a B to a A+. And for the past couple of months, we've been working on good defensive work. And in the last competition he went to in Honduras, although he lost that fight in the semifinals, that was the first time that I was not shouted at him in the corner, and I was pleased at his performance. His defensive was on cue, his counter was good enough. So I can say that with more training and better preparation, we can really make a difference in the scene.
Now, you all are preparing for the World Championships in Germany. You all are planning to go to England on a camp. What are some of the things you're going to be looking at and working at to really assist Nigel that when he reached to Germany, he's better prepared and ready to go?
Well, what we're working on right now in the gym is aggression, because sometimes you have the person in trouble and give them that little extra 2 seconds to get back themselves. You know, so I keep on telling him, I said, this is not no friendly game. This is war. I said, after the fight, you'll hug them up, give them a drink, give them some water or something. So, but during the fight, you have to remember it's you against them. And they are coming to hurt you, and you have to do the same. So what we're working on actually is being a little more aggressive, a lot of aggression drills, even in the physical part of it, and in the tactical part, a lot of aggression training mixing with our defensive maneuvers. So,
tell me about this company in England. Where you all are going?
Well, we had actually we have two camps. One have already confirmed. We are waiting on confirmation from the GB boxing team. If they say yes, then we'll go there. If not, we're going to Gumshield Boxing Gym in Kent, and they have already lined up. I think it's 6 or 7 heavyweight. Some are former European champions, England champions, and Commonwealth champions, and I think we can get good work because, you know, right now England have the best heavyweights to me right now in the world. I think we can get some good work from them there.
Nigel, you went to 1 Olympics already. Now you're in your 2nd year of boxing. What are your aspirations? What do you want to gain or succeed before you turn professional, if you're going to turn professional?
Even last night, coming home from training, me and Coach was talking in the car, and I was saying, Coach, my first year, It was good.
Mm.
To me, it was satisfactory, but I want to better all the events I've been to. In my first year, I've been to the Continental Games. I've been to the test event in Rio, then the World Games, then the Olympics, and the majority of it I wasn't successful.
Mm.
So to me, it's like a checklist. You know, the second time around, I want to do better in all these events. Went to the Continental Games. My first Continental Games, I lost my first fight, and this one I brought back the bronze. So you know, the next test to me is the World Championships. I lost my first fight in World Championships last time around, so this time around I want to see if I can bring back a medal as well. And you know, after that, just keep working on our checklist. Every event I've been to before and wasn't successful, I want to do like 100% better. So that's my goal.
But behind that accomplishment, are you the thought of turning pro? You know,
I leave it up to the trumpet, the technical team, because trumpet for one knows the level I'm at, and
Okay.
if we do decide to go pro, we it's always about benefiting the boxer. I believe. I know he feels the same way because he don't want to go pro and then the career end in a kind of way, or you go pro and you don't have any kind of fight, so you make that yourself. You must go pro with a plan, and it must benefit you as an athlete going professional. So you just don't want to jump out and go pro and then it's like a hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the Olympics, go pro, everybody go pro,
Yeah,
go pro.
because a lot of people tend to,
Yeah.
because in the outside countries, most of the boxers do that as soon as they come back.
Yeah,
they
they
turn
go
pro.
professional. But
Yeah.
I haven't. Most of these guys who went to the Olympics boxing in the early teens, and you know, having that level of success from back then.
Yeah.
It's only my second year. I'm still learning. This is my second year boxing. Trumpet actually put me sit down, give me tips, talk to me, watch over the fights, come back and say, okay, these guys doing so and so on. So for me, just a learning process. So going pro right now, in my mind, it probably is a possibility, but right now it's all about learning more about the sport and like perfecting the craft.
Trumpet, what are your goals that you have set out for Niger? What, as a coach, at the end of the day, what would you like to accomplish as a coach with Niger?
The two things I would like to accomplish. I would like to accomplish gold medals at these major events, CSC, Commonwealth, Continentals, Worlds, and even the Olympics. Saying that also, the professional arena is open wide now for heavyweights. And we have some offers on the table presently. But as Nigel said, going pro is good, but going pro without a plan is a waste of time. You know, currently we have a guy from North Carolina who is very much interested, and he only based in Jamaica. So he's still working out the plans that he have. So I sent back what we need and how we go about it, and he's still doing his thing. But in the meantime, we are doing our hyper boxing and preparing to be the best that we can be.
What are some of the challenges you all face? Being a super heavyweight, you know, one of the challenges that you don't have sparring partners here. But what are some of the other challenges that you all face right now that you feel that if you can overcome these things, it will be smooth sailing, you know, at the end of the day? Well, anyone of you can answer. The coach.
Yeah.
What affect, I know for sure. I mean, a big man like that needs real food to eat, you know, and not 3 times, but 4 and 5 meals. You know, a big amount of protein and good supplements. And but we're thankful for what we have, and we thank Body World in Shogunas, Kemi and his team that always on board to give us that support, that give us our vitamins, our proteins, our pre-workout, or post-workout, you know, and have us looking kind of a good, you know. But I mean, for any athlete who works like Nigel, 2 and 3 times per day, 2 hours per session, you know, we need that nutrition involved in it. And once we can really get that aspect of our game at a high level, like our training is, I think we can be, because we can't put out nothing, but nothing back inside. We got to be give and take, you know. So once you can get that aspect of our game and complete good medical checkup for every 6 months. You know exactly what happened with your body and all that stuff. Because those guys out there, they are living it. Want to make a national team for these big countries, they're in a camp where everything is taken care of, everything is scientific, medical, nutrition.
We always
identify per boxer, not for the whole team. So each boxer will have the food they want for their body type, supplements they need for their body type. You know, so once we can get to that level of the game, not only Nigeria but all our boxers, I think we can be successful if they decide to train hard. Because the plan is simple, but it's hard.
Over the last year or so, we have seen a lot of, I wouldn't say success, but improvement in our young and coming boxers. When we go to bouts, we see a different approach to what we have known years gone by. What do you think is the reason for, you know, because we have like the Justin Paris and even this little boy from Biomel, Nyrel Hussein, and these little guys, you know, popping up. If they are to succeed, what do you think is needed from the coach's perspective? What do you think is needed to get these guys to remain?
We need what we call a Trinidad school of boxing, or a system of boxing where the guys can continue from junior to youth to elite without any major interruption. Because, for example, in Cuba, when they start at their province and they make a provincial team, the process is continuous. But in Trinidad, some of the coaches have different ideas, and we don't follow one set agenda. So you'll find when you leave this coach and come to this coach,
different coaching method.
Yes, you'll find leave this coach and join this coach, that you change the system. But I always tell them, don't try and change a boxer's natural functions. You know, just he come to your team to prepare for competition, prepare him. Because it makes no sense try to unlearn what you have learned unless it is drastically wrong. You know, so but what we need is a syllabus where all the coaches can continue grooming the boxers from that age up to elite level, and we can be successful.
You have gone to many tournaments as head coach of the national team. When you compare with the boxers outside there and the local boxers, how do you measure our success? Or where do you think that we are lacking?
What we are lacking is our preparation. As I always tell Nigel, I said, boxing never leaves you, but preparation. We cannot expect to train for 2 weeks and to go to a tournament and five fights in 8 days. It's hard. You know, so our main thing is preparation. And if we don't train the way the competition is, we're gonna always fail. Because you fight every 2 days. You fight Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And if we want to train just for one fight, like most of us do in Trinidad, we're gonna always fail on that second and third fight. Not fail because we lose, but fail physically. We get tired too fast and can't uphold that standard that is needed. But talent for talent, we are on par. But just at preparation, we're not on par with them.
Nigel, I try to keep up with you on Facebook with all the various training that you're going through. Are there times when you think about, you know, all this training and no action, you know? How do you handle? I'm sure that it happens sometimes because you're training, but you want some action, right? And then if you do get action locally, you might not get somebody who will really take you to the test. How do you handle that situation? What keeps you going every day training? You know, all 5 o'clock in the morning, the camera can't even catch you because the place dark. You know?
Yeah. Well, from day one, my focus, I don't want to make it sound bad, but my focus was never really Trinidad.
Okay.
From day one, started training with Trumpet. It's like, we're not training for Trinidad boxers.
Okay.
So get out your head one time. Say, the level you want to be at, nobody in Trinidad will want to fight you. Okay. I didn't believe none of this stuff you tell you from the start. Like, okay.
But we don't have no other super weight heavy?
No, you said the standard I'll be at.
Okay.
Nobody would want to fight me.
Okay.
And I didn't believe it. And seeing different bouts coming up, I mean, even to spar, offering to pay people for sparring, turning it down, begging people come out work with the guy thing. So I don't want to say my mindset kind of going past Trinidad,
Okay.
but I mean it kind of is what it is because the level of work I need to have the success that we want in Trinidad, really and truly. I mean, so when I'm again fights here or sparring partners down here, it don't really bother me to that extent because from the beginning he told me.
You have a different
yeah, he told me from the start. So
I know that former heavyweight champion Leslie Stewart comes around the gyms ever so often. What sort of advice, what sort of part of his experience he leaves with you?
He kind of shared with me that he was extremely fit, and from my training regiment, looking on at me, he kind of sees for a big man that I have that level of fitness, and every day he get a chance to like talk to me or tell me anything. He always say, don't hold back on anything. Every round go hard, because you're fit. As long as you know you're fit, you can afford to take the fight to the guy. And I believe it some parts of me could relate to what you're saying. And even Trumpet sometimes, let me know, I hold him back a lot.
Yeah, earlier in the interview,
you see, I hold him back a lot. So, hearing it from somebody else, kind of, it kind of dawned on you like, okay, I could really push more and have the confidence in myself to know that I have more to give the next round. So Mr. Georgie always let me know you look fit. I mean, you train hard. Don't hold back another round. Always push that 100 every round.
Any one of your past bouts, you got hit that you tell yourself, boy, this sport is ready for real and true.
Past bouts?
Yeah.
Probably a hard hit to me. Don't really make you think.
Yeah.
Until probably after the fight, but during the fight, when they get a hard lash,
you're gonna react.
Yeah, to me, be like, nah. Me take it as just so. Like my last fight with the Colombian, he had some hard punches, but I mean he had no jabs.
Okay.
And his right hand, he looked right hand. He was orthodox, so his right hand had no power, but his left was jamming. So I was like, he couldn't jab, but his hooks was. And he caught my body shot out and Trumpet. Most of the times, if I wasn't training as hard, when I get them body shot, I go down.
Yeah.
But I make sure and tighten up and absorb it and I was answering back. So probably like shots like that, to me, it'd be like, I ain't taking all that just so but you had to feel back something that was like what might say.
So all in all, with just under 2 years of boxing, you are enjoying your career in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, I talk to my brothers every day and I let them know I getting to see the world. Like I fly in different countries. I never thought that, someone like me could be like, I tell them, I go in England next week. But like, wow, you in England? Like, yeah. But they got cool money instead of jumping up because
It's obvious. I mean,
So I just having fun. With the experience. And I know it's a lot of hard work every day.
Commitment.
Yeah, waking up early in the morning and training and going home late in the night and certain people telling you you're training too hard. But to me, I know what I want for myself and also for Trinidad because I love the sport of boxing. I want to see boxing go forward. So to me, it's a joy.
Okay. Trumpet, before we wrap, any closing comments? Anything that you would like to say to the public, as I know you're still seeking assistance in a number of areas, if you want to take this opportunity.
Yeah, we are still seeking because we still don't have all the funds 100% as yet for our camp in England, and anyone who's interested can still contact the association at 736-4715 or myself 730-1126 and feel free to make a donation.
Okay. Nigel, any closing comments?
I just want to say continue to support the athletes. I always say, before getting involved in boxing at this level, I never believed that Trinidadians or Trinidad athletes
go through this.
Yeah, I thought it was easy. It's really not easy. So continue to support the athletes, win, lose or draw, rally behind them and maintain that support.
Before I let you go, after boxing, what can we see Nigel getting involved in? Acting?
Acting? I was involved in media, but I like behind the camera. I always think to myself after boxing, I wanna like help people. I wanna open up like some foundation or something to give back and help. I always try to program myself to think that when I get to that level, I wanna help people.
Okay.
So that's me. Probably after boxing or something like that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
All the best on your trip to England.
Thank
we
you
look
very
forward
much.
to great success in Germany. Coach,
Thank you,
it's
sir.
a pleasure.
Thank
You
you.
know, keep on doing what you're doing with Nigel because we are going to see success, right? And I think sometimes, you know, we think so much at times to measure success in either medals or winning fights, but sometimes success comes in different areas leading up to
Up
that
to the-
big,
up to the
that
big,
big, you know, win or medal ceremony. So, you know, everything takes time,
Yeah.
and there's a struggle, right? And we know that you'll do well because, I mean, the relationship and the combination, it's a good one. Because we have been talking to our Olympian Nigel Paul and his trainer, Floyd Trumpet. They embark on a training camp to England next week, Thursday, you're leaving.
Yeah.
We want to wish them all the best as he continues getting up for that big championships in Germany. And that's when?
25th to the 3rd of September.
That's 3rd of September. So that's
25th of August
25th of August.
to 3rd of September.
Right, so that's just around the corner. So we want to wish you all the best. We're going to keep in touch and we know you're going to do well.
Thanks.
Viewers, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we are joined by our second guest and we're going to be talking sports tourism or sports management. So stay tuned, we'll be right back after the short break.
The storm. We are united, standing side by side. We will not be denied. Our passion comes from deep inside. And as we claim the victory, our names remain in history, making our legacy. We recognize the opportunity to be undoubtedly the very.
Welcome back to Scoreboard here on ACTN, and joining me for the second part of this show is the Managing Director of SW Touring, the organization that makes things happen in sports. Jeffrey, it's a pleasure.
As always, thanks very much.
First of all, let me again congratulate you because, as I said in the interview at the Hazy Crawford training ground for the FETMAT Sevens, anything that this company touches always strikes gold. Now, let's go back a bit to well, I know coming up just now will be the Masters over 40. Yes. But since the Masters over 40, now we have seen SW Touring in a number of different events. Yes. Recently, the FETMAT Sevens, where you all teamed up with 868,
Family, yes.
Another organization, basically doing the same kind of thing in communities, but outside of sports. What has been happening with SW Touring since the 2016 Masters in Tobago?
After the 2016, well, first and foremost, let me say thank you very much for having me on your program, and good evening, one and all, to the sport, to the program. After 2016, SW Touring had a post-mortem, and it was felt by the team that we needed to do more. For the last 4 years, since 2012, the only product that we have done in terms of our repertoire of events would have been the Tobago Masters Football Tournament. Right. So we decided that it is time that we get back to doing and not just talking, because there's a lot of things happening in sports in Trinidad and Tobago, both in a positive and also a negative light, that we think that we have the necessary solutions to do. Yeah. And so spawned one of the ideas, which was FETMAT Sevens. But you'll be proud to know that for 2018 we have a slew of events. We have a lot of events. One of the managerial changes that we have made as well is to be able to have a full-time team member who would be able to execute all of SW Touring events. Okay. So not only would we be able to conceptualize events, but we'll be able to successfully execute the events. FETMAT Sevens was born out of a need that we saw in terms of Tobago Masters Football Tournament, where teams were not able, a lot of teams were not able to come to Tobago with the 25 plus members to be able to go through a weekend full of football and lime.
Okay.
So we decided to do a bit of Tobago in Trinidad with FETMAT Sevens and expose the SW Touring brand as well as the Tobago Masters brand to Trinidadians, if you want to say that, or Trinidad and Tobago-based FETMAT teams of all ages to the Tobago Masters Football Tournament brand and the SW Touring brand, as I said before.
Yeah.
It's also important to note that in terms of succession planning, noting that I also started Tobago Masters Football Tournament when I was 29, that there's a lot of teams who we saw can look forward to the next stage of their footballing life.
Okay.
So it was also a succession plan. So the FETMAT Sevens was open, under 40 and over 40 age group categories.
Okay.
And as you will witness, it was quite successful because we had 21 out of a possible 24 teams in our first year of execution.
Now, with the FETMAT Sevens take away anything from the Tobago Masters?
Totally
in
not.
any way?
Totally not.
Okay.
SW Touring see ourselves as a true sport event manager, as a true sport event management company. And with that being said, we always try to evolve. We always try to better the last event that we have done. And also start to try to grow whatever in terms of the branches and whatever, as you said, we touch. So we do not intend to take away from Tobago Masters Football Tournament, which is our signature event and also a sport tourism event.
Okay.
But we intend to add value to Tobago Masters Football Tournament through FETMAT Sevens, which is still being branded a local event and not necessarily a sport tourism event here.
Okay. Is it too early to talk about the Tobago Masters 2017?
Of course not, it's not. Of course not.
Let's get into that. That is something that attracts. I mean, I've been there for the past, 4 years?
5 years,
5
actually.
years,
Yes.
actually. Every year it's get bigger and bigger till you all were forced to move from one venue to a different venue.
Yes.
The 2017 edition is in October.
Yes.
That's just 2 months and something,
Yes.
Away.
Yes.
What are some of the initiatives that you're going to be implementing in this year to surpass last year?
Well, as you know, George, sometimes we have some secrets that we like the participants and the patrons to come and see.
Yeah.
But some of the things that we can let you know, though, is we have increased the categories. So we have added the over 50 category to that.
Okay.
So last year we had 16 over 40. And I can tell you that we are going to reach that 16 for the over 40 and even more. And we have a target of 8 over 50 teams, for which we already have interest from local Trinidad and Tobago teams to be a part of it. We went to Barbados to promote the Tobago Masters Football Tournament, and that was a huge success. And so we have teams coming in from Barbados to be able to add to the cadre, or to add to teams who have made it to Tobago and made it an annual event for them. Last year, what we did is we added free massage and physiotherapy, as you're quite aware. This year we're going to add that. We're going to continue with that vein. One of the things that we're going to definitely do is speak more to the spectators and the patrons. The 19th to the 22nd is the Diwali weekend. So we want to be able to speak to the patrons as regards to come to Tobago, because we have a welcome lime, a true lime as regards to what encompasses FETMAT football for you. And we also want to be able to create a whole weekend of activities, not only for the football being the main one, but other attractions around that to the supporters and spectators. So even after football, we are already in talks with particular clubs, particular bars. I mean, this is a Christian station, yes, but particular night spots that we can be able to have patrons be a part of it, to continue the lime, if you want to put it that way. So we are definitely looking at ways of how it is we can be able to make the patrons comfortable.
Okay.
We are introducing something called the concierge package, where patrons will be able to contact one of our personnel that we can be able to take care of their accommodations, for which we have we have 2 villa rental agencies who we're working with. We can be able to assist you with your airfare, your ground transport, and also the limes. So we are adding value not only to our footballers, but to also our spectators and our patrons who take this as a weekend lime, a weekend relaxation to come to the Tobago Masters Football Tournament.
Now, you said that you add a different over 50 together with the over 40.
Yes.
Is that more football?
It is. It is.
How are you going to compact that into the same 2 days? But it's 3
Actually,
days,
no, it's 4 days now, because it's from Thursday to Sunday.
Oh, my. So, right. Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yes.
Sunday.
Thursday, we have just 2 games in the evening, where we have 1 over 40 and 1 over 50.
Okay.
And then Friday, we continue Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we actually have 4 days. Yes, 4 days of football, for which the venues would be, the venues we like to have it would be Bonaccord, Canaan Bonaccord.
Okay. That's Phoenix.
That's Phoenix home ground.
Yeah.
Montgomery, where we had the finals last year.
Yeah, that's a nice venue.
A venue, beautiful venue. Black Rock.
Okay, that's the old venue, actually.
That's the old venue,
Right.
another beautiful venue. And we are still in talks as regards to Plymouth and a possibility of a new venture, a new facility, a new venue, Roxborough.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of traveling.
A lot of traveling. But there's a get to know your country tour as well.
Right.
Yes.
Now, any interest from foreign teams as yet? I know that the last year champions definitely will be coming back this year.
Yes.
But any additional foreign teams, not so much local, but foreign teams showing any interest as yet?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have teams from Canada
Okay.
and 1 team from South Africa
Okay.
who have expressed interest to be a part of the tournament. The team from South Africa have actually contacted us since in the 2016 edition to let us know that they will be participating in 2017 edition. So
Okay.
we are happy to know that the tournament is growing, and we are networking with the European market as well, to be able to see if it is we attract at least one of those teams to visit us, whether it be this year or the next year. But that is definitely because of our trust and our push when it is we did our marketing in Barbados during their festival.
Now, you're going into a lot of new things, but you're also going into these new things in a time where the financial climate is not as what we would like it to be. Are you all confident that the financiers or the sponsors who were there with you all are going to contribute? Because if you go in with more division, it means your budget is going to be going up.
Of course.
Are you all comfortable enough and secure to know that you're going to get this, what you all are looking for, the target that you all have set?
I will answer it in 2 ways. First and foremost, my mother will always say, God answer it all. I mean, money answer it all, yes.
Yeah, you always say
but
that,
God
yeah.
provides. God, He does provide. And secondly it's important to know that we as an entity have to create brands and sub-brands that will attract any and everybody
A good product
to want
sells.
to be able
Yeah.
to align themselves to it.
Okay.
And we also, as an entity, it's important that we understand how it is we can be able to reduce our overheads, but still maintain a quality product. So it's because we are not the only business entity that is going through the financial situation, or is part of the financial situation for which the economy is seeing. So we also have to make sure that we understand that, and we respond and adapt and adopt necessary business principles to be able to survive within this period.
Looking back at the 2016 edition, in what areas do you think that you all need to step up or improve? Because you can do a thing, everything can be successful, but when you do your post-mortem, there are areas that of a little concern, or you might want to do things better, to improve, because every year you all want to improve.
Definitely.
Right? And we are seeing already 2017 is going to be an improvement. But when you look back and you all did your post-mortem, in what areas you think that we need some little smoothing off?
When you think about sport event management to me, or event management on the whole, is there's a lot of movement parts. And even on the day of, you could plan all the necessaries, you could put in contingency plans in place. But you'll always find that there's something that will happen that doesn't go according to plan. With that being said, one of the things that we want to tighten up on is transportation. Transportation of the teams. We want to make sure that our product is satisfactory to all. So other than that, as I said before, we want to add value to the spectators and not just have them sit down. Yes, they're supporting the necessary teams, but be able to have more engagement with them, be able to satisfy them as a stakeholder within our capacity, within our event, within our venture, within our experience. So they too, we want to be able to give them the true SW touring experience. So those are the two aspects or areas that we are definitely looking to improve on, and we think that as we go along, because this is our 7th year, we would definitely get better.
For those who might not know or might hear the name SW Touring and think that, okay, SW Touring is just associated with Masters over 40, I want you to take this opportunity and talk to Trinidad and Tobago and let them be aware and have more knowledge of SW Touring.
And I appreciate that.
Because I know that I think the day after the FETMAT 7th, you all did a production at St. Mary's,
yes.
some sports
Yes,
day.
we were contracted to do a sports day.
You all are into sports day, you know, FETMAT 7s over 40. So we'll take this opportunity and let Trinidad and Tobago know who and what SW Touring is all about.
Let me fix my cap first so that everybody understands CC logo. So Trinidad and Tobago, SW Touring is a sport event management company. And we are proud to note that unlike other event management or sport or persons who say that they are sport event managers, we do events for clients and we also do our own events, which makes us very unique within the environment in which we operate. We do corporate retreats. Some of our clients for that would have been WASA. We do community outreach programs. Another client would have been the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs. We do sports and family days. We do inter and inter-department sporting activities such as football, cricket. We do athlete development in that of sponsorship. So we would have sponsored the Bishops and Sea Girls rugby team and also the St. Mary's College in that of medical equipment. We also do sport tourism ventures through the Tobago Masters Football Tournament. And we just about all sports and development of sports in the whole. So it's very important to understand that one of the things that we are going to venture in is, in terms of athlete development, is athlete financial management, for which our...
You want to explain a bit?
Yes. One of our directors, Mr. Ryan Brown, is a financial management consultant, who, an economist as well, who is very passionate about the holistic development of athletes. And one of the things is important to understand, because of the short shelf life of athletes, their financial management is very important. So Ryan's whole mission with sports as well is to be able to assist, to bridge the gap between what he knows with an athlete and assist them with in terms of financial management. So we are going to add that to our value. Another department we're going to add is also the health and wellness department. We have a cadre of physiotherapists, nutritionists, masseuse, trainers, certified trainers. So we are going to go into communities as well as corporate Trinidad and Tobago to be able to let them understand how it is we can be able to assist you in ensuring that you can reduce stress and have a better, healthier lifestyle.
Okay. Now, the group 868 were part of the FETMAT 7s. Tell us how this relationship came together and how are we going to see them more prevalent, like even in the Masters in Tobago?
FETMAT 7s, as I said before, we wanted to add another dimension. And in looking at the entertainment circuit, we saw 868 Family as one of the young upcoming entertainment entities that is doing extremely well. And they are not just focused about parties, but they are focused about youth development and country development, which is very important. And we thought it fitting that we should join with them to be able to reach out to a demographic that we may not be able to have been able to touch.
Yeah, okay.
So it was a proper collaboration of sports and entertainment to give you FETMAT Sevens.
Because everything now is entertainment. I
Of
mean,
course.
T20 cricket.
It is.
You know, everything now
It
is,
is.
you know,
It
rugby
is.
sevens.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So, and you saw the product. So therefore, FM Sevens would definitely continuously be a collaboration between SW Touring and 868 Family. We are welcome to collaborate with any entity to be able to promote and develop sports in Trinidad and Tobago. So we feel free to contact us at info@swtouring.com or 78sport, that's 7877678 if it is you have an idea that you want to conceptualize and you want to partner with. But definitely we will be definitely growing that relationship between 868 Family because they are talented and extremely brilliant group of young guys who have a lot of ideas as well in terms of branding and social media activations and marketing on the whole to be able to get sports out there. So we definitely will be working with them.
What was the response from the players and the spectators and supporters from the FETMAT 7?
I'll answer that by saying the security of the Hazy Crawford Stadium had to come and take off the lights at 11:45 and run 3 teams from the grounds on the night of the venture.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
A great thing.
Okay.
As one spectator said, he has never seen an event, more so an event and not a tournament, where persons stayed back in line with the numbers that we had.
Yeah.
Because normally for a tournament, when you lose, you leave.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you find that your numbers dwindle coming down to the end. To the finals, we had a large contingent of spectators, which we're going to add value to next year, of course. But to see Colony Ice FC, TN Tech, and the guys from Arima, another team from Arima, still linemen to 11:45, while we cleaning up, was a testimony of the power of the brand FETMAT Sevens and what it stands for. And to think that we did an event where a festival, not a tournament, where persons can be able to register and not win a prize, win prize money is testimony of the fact that FETMAT football on the whole is something that will stand the test of time in Trinidad and
Yeah,
Tobago.
because we have a lot of foot match teams and
of
they're
course.
looking for some form of competition.
Of course.
And most of those guys on foot match team, they ain't really concerned about winning a cash prize or things. They just want to come and compete.
Yes, yes.
Right? Because you're competing against people who you might have played with years going back,
Yes.
or go to school or things like that. Now, like how the Masters in Tobago were shipped from different venues, will we see in the future the FETMAT Sevens moving maybe from Hazy Crawford, you know, to Arthur Boland or even Manny Ramjan? Or
It has to.
Or is it too early to
No, it's not too early. It has to. We always have a game plan, as you know. For next year, we will stay at the Hazy Crawford Stadium just to be able to get the spectators and patrons familiar with the brand, continue familiarity with the brand. But it's definitely, as the event grows, we're already seeing that we would need a venue that can be able to hold more games simultaneously.
Okay.
So we definitely are looking into alternative venues, but at the same time, we're also looking at going community-based.
Yeah.
It is very important that we
Especially
understand,
with FETMAT teams.
especially with FETMAT teams. It's very important we not only FETMAT, but in terms of sports in the whole, it's very important we understand that communities is what build countries.
Yeah.
And even when from a global point of view, Real Madrid is from Madrid, the city of Madrid. Manchester United, Manchester City are places
That's what
within.
our football not seen right now.
Exactly. And in terms of our association with brands, is important that they understand that wherever we go, we want to go to the communities and be able to have community engagement and community activities that will help build the country by extension.
Okay. Before we wrap, anything you'd like to share with Trinidad and Tobago?
I'm trying to I want to say thank you to this gentleman, Mr. George Matheson. Many times, you know, persons come into your life, come into your organization, and they offer their services and they extend their hand of kindness. And sometimes you may be hesitant in taking it because some people might have ulterior motives. But I want to take this time to reach out to Mr. Matheson on behalf of SW Touring family because he has been wonderful to our family and our team. He has even given us services free of charge when a lot of people would have charged us. And it is amazing to come across somebody who is all about development of sports, all about development of country, and who has done it selflessly on many occasions. And it's a pleasure, Mr. Matheson, to be a part of your vision, to be a part of your program, to be a part of your ventures. And so on behalf of SW2, once again, Trinidad and Tobago, we have to say thank you very much to Mr. Matheson and continue to look at his program, continue to support him, continue to give him the love, because trust me, without him, a lot of persons would not be where they presently are. And we want to say thanks, sir.
I know I'll get an opportunity now. I want to get all the praise, but I know SW Touring have a big organization, so I want them to get something too.
Look out for 2018. Yes, we have a lot planned. We have a lot of plan. From esports to futsal to international events. SW Touring Limited, we make sports entertaining. We are coming with a slew of events, and trust me, it will be exciting 2018 to see them unfold, and we thanking God for his mercies and his blessings.
Well, viewers, you know, if you want to see and hear more of SW Touring, you have to stay locked onto this program and to this channel, right? Because we support them, they support us, and wherever they go, if it's a minute of their event, you're going to see it on ACTN. So again, I want to take this opportunity to, again, before I end, I want to say again a big hearty congratulations to Akeem Stewart.
Yes.
I mean, if you hear the story of Akeem Stewart, especially when you talk to his dad, when Akeem used to go to the stadium in Tobago to practice, they will run him from the stadium because they say he damaged in the stadium. This guy has broken the world record for the second time, right? And
third.
Yes, third time.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that when he says he's going to do something, and I don't know how much of you would have seen that throw. He made that throw standing up because he had an injury. He could not have run up to the line. Could you imagine if he had taken his normal, run? So Trinidad and Tobago, I want you to be proud of Akeem Stewart. Don't see him as just a person in a disabled tournament. No. He's in a tournament with persons capable of doing just what he has done. And he has come a long way. So again, Akeem, congratulations. Well done. And I know that when we come to Tobago, we're going to be chatting. Viewers, we have come to the end of another interesting program on Scoreboard here on ACTN. We want to thank our Olympian, Nigel Paul, and his trainer, Floyd Trumpet. They'll be embarking on a short camp to England before he goes to the World Tournament in England. We want to wish him all the best. And again, we want to say to the SW Touring family, congratulations. And viewers, any one of you all need proper organizational structure in sports management or promoting any sport, be it a family day, whatever you name, get in touch with SW Touring. They make things happen. Again, thank you. Jeffrey, it's a pleasure.
Thank you very much,
We
sir.
look forward to Tobago in the next couple of months. And we know that this year is going to surpass last year because every year it's a greater things that is happening. To the rest of the management team of SW Touring, we want to thank you because it's not one man, it's not two, it's a team.
Family.
And when you go out on that day, you see everybody instrumental in taking part in what they're doing. And one thing I can say before I close out, I've never gone to any SW Touring event, the Masters for the last 5 years and other local tournaments in Trinidad, and I've never saw any disturbance, any quarreling, anything that will want to turn me away. So if you want a safe environment to enjoy a sporting event, it's SW Touring. Viewers, if you miss any part of this program, there's a repeat tomorrow at 1 p.m. and we look forward to having you in our company next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. This is Scoreboard. I'm your host, George. See you next week.